Welcome to this edition of Hindsight is Horrifying, the show where three mostly normal and somewhat cynical adults discuss life as members of the TV generation. Now here are your hosts, Darth Jada, Jason Mitchell, and Adam B.
And I am not going to kill the music early.
Shut up, Jason.
Ouch. You'll never live that down, young Darth Jada.
Week. Where you produce.
Well, you know.
I've never claimed to be. Just gonna let it play all the way through.
Yeah.
I've never professed to be.
We paid for the music. We're going to use the music.
Get our money's worth.
Yes. I've never professed to be skilled at the soundboard. Sorry, hindsighters. I'm sorry. But we are back with another special edition of our Halloween episodes.
It's not really that special, really.
Every episode is special for
true.
our hindsighters. Come on, Jason.
I wonder the people watching at home or in their car.
Listening.
Or their crack
their
house.
Whatever
or
time.
the brothel or the strip club. Because I know there's some of you sit in your strip clubs.
Sherlock just shot up somewhere and he's listening to
and
it.
you're like, she's hot. But this is
not as hot as Darth.
I wonder if the folks watching at home can guess what movie we're doing just based on the costume that our colleague.
Speaking of which,
You
Jason,
can call me Steve Christie today.
Jason, are you going to
Google
protect
it, baby.
me? Are you going to protect me in case he tries to murder me?
No, because I think he's actually dressed as Archangel from Air. Oh,
There. That's sharp. No.
yeah, there's a
no.
real knife.
It's a real knife.
Protect the beer.
It's not a toy.
Oh,
So
it
I'm
turns out
taking the
Darth
beer.
is fast
It's
with
not
a
a
knife,
toy.
so there you go.
So I'm taking the beer.
You take it.
I'm taking it.
Take
You
it
take
all.
Beer.
He's
And I
built
just
like a beer
like
can.
the mouse and the elephant. Take it all, bitch.
Yeah.
Take it all.
So we're doing a movie today, and it's a scary movie, but it's kind of an oddity.
It is. It's like a documentary. Office style. Because you don't really see the killer until much, much later. And so why don't you tell us?
Well, we are doing.
Our chairs are squeaking. Excuse us, listeners.
Yeah, you just have to keep sitting up and down on it.
Mm-hmm. You have to
work
lubricate it.
the farts out. And they're singing Tom Dooley, and I've actually got a story about
Hang
that.
down your head,
Tom
Yeah.
Dooley.
It's very weird because I forgot we're doing Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we're doing
The
Friday,
movie.
which Friday the 13th, and I do think it is sort of an oddity because it's a movie that everyone knows Friday the 13th. Everyone knows Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
Chainsaw or knife and hockey
The
mask.
hockey mask, yeah.
None of that is in this movie.
No, it isn't.
Yes.
Not a single bit of it.
Adam was telling you about that. I was texting him because I was like, okay, I'm not crying yet. What's going to happen?
It's not scary.
Because no, it isn't. And the thing is, after Ace Ventura, I'm pretty sure my dad just like swept me away from anything even potentially scary. He was like, no, Darth. He calls me Darth. He was like, no, you can't watch anything scary, obviously. So no. We're not taking you to this movie. So I never saw this when I was a kid.
I saw this like every other horror movie of my day. I saw it at a sleepover because it was always the same thing. It was like, we're going to go spend the night at somebody's house.
Yeah,
and
no
then,
rules at a sleepover.
No, and then it was,
Absolutely.
although we did actually screw ourselves up pretty bad once with that because we watched Halloween, which is a great movie, but it's not very scary. I don't think Halloween's very scary.
Okay,
You know, Michael Myers, but so we're like, oh, we watched Halloween. What's next? We watched The Exorcist.
Oh no,
The new one or the old one?
No, the old one.
the original,
okay.
yeah.
This is when I
man.
was in probably 8th grade.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We watched The Exorcist.
Clutch my pearls,
Yeah.
Jason. And speaking of which,
Yep. There we
Wait,
go.
should we clutch your pearls? Just kidding.
keep those hands where I can see them, Mr. Brown.
Sorry, Josh.
Merchandise.
Nice.
Buy it on our website.
Yes.
Merchandising.
Yes, we've got all sorts of merchandise.
No, I watched. So we watched Halloween, then we watched The Exorcist. Scared the bejesus out of us.
Oh God, the girl climbing down the stairs like a
that
spider.
whole that whole movie from beginning to end is
I've
terrifying.
seen that one. That one
It is
scares the hell
creepy.
out of me.
And then we thought, well, let's watch. And then we picked this other scary movie because we were all, like guys, I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Of
You scared? I'm not
course.
scared.
You got a bro.
Well, what's
house in it.
next? The Amityville Horror. Okay, how scary could that be?
As
Fucking scary.
Yeah, very scary.
Fucking scary. To
Even
this
the-
day, that movie scares
Even
me.
the Ryan Reynolds version is scary. Like all of them are. I mean, not as, but
I didn't know
as
there
a
was a new
remake.
one.
They've remade them all.
The Green Lantern was
James
James Brolin. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
James
that
Brolin.
beard that he had in that.
Ooh.
That
movie.
whole
Sorry,
thing,
I just
though.
got distracted.
By the way, I'm sorry. We're actually talking about other scary Halloween.
Oh
movies.
yeah, so here's the synopsis to this movie, and it'll amuse you how short it is. So a group of camp counselors are stalked and murdered by an unknown assailant while trying to reopen a summer camp, which was the site of a child's drowning and a grisly double murder years before.
And I will tell you, this movie is missing something. Not
Batman?
Not Batman, because honestly, I don't even think Batman would give a shit. Like, yeah, he'd help.
It's not missing boobies. We got those.
no, we got
we
those.
got,
Yeah.
and Kevin Bacon just gets laid left
Oh,
and
yeah.
right in
He's a
this movie.
lucky man.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Shaved
is.
his armpits for this movie.
Ah, good to
He
know.
did.
Very important to
that's-
know.
That's the internet told me that.
All right. These are things that people say to me.
This is the reason why you tune in.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
This movie is missing Jan Michael Vincent.
Calling all Jan Michael Vincent.
I think this movie, because it's already got Archangel.
It does. Yes.
All right.
Right here.
Okay.
Which she has no idea what you're talking about,
I'm
but that's
about
okay.
I'm about to be murdered, so hindsighters, check on him
Well,
first if I get.
I'll tell you later in the film, I thought perhaps he was the murderer because he drove this exact same vehicle. Not the same make and model, the exact same vehicle.
Now, you see, I find it hard to believe that there's any town in New Jersey that looks that nice.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of suspension of disbelief. And they filmed it in New Jersey, but I counted 0 above ground pools. So it's weird.
It's not Idiocracy,
No,
where
that's
the
true.
White
Very
House
odd,
has
very
an
odd.
above ground pool. And
But they
I've-
still have leaded gas, though. So,
and a dog sitting beneath or right beside the the pump stations at a gas.
and the barely literate actress who
yes,
Annie.
I know I liked Annie.
I fell for Annie.
Yeah.
I thought I already projected out, meeting her,
Yeah.
getting married, having children, and then before you know it, she's gone.
yeah. Well,
Interesting.
hey, if I had a nickel,
Exactly.
For every Annie that you
Yeah.
fell for,
Yeah.
you'd have 2 nickels.
Annie's a cute name.
It is.
It is
Very
a,
cute.
Annie's a very cute name,
I'm not saying
like
it's not.
Annie Edison,
Yeah, that's true.
God.
Annie Lennox,
Annie Oakley.
Annie Oakley.
Mm-hmm.
I like a woman who can outshoot me.
You're welcome. Oh, no wonder we're friends. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Got it.
So she goes into a place that, surprisingly enough, has a magnificent website.
And reminds me of not a Midsummer Night's Dream.
It is
What is
Shakespearean, this.
Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil?
Little different.
a little bit different. You don't have a stage wife in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, Jason. But it reminds me of Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, where the guy has the bees.
Beads?
Bees.
Beads?
Benoit. Benoit balls.
But where the guy has the bees tied to his fingers. God, you got me messed up now. But remember, gentlemen, back in the 70s when you could just ask a random stranger to give you a ride somewhere
Well,
and
well,
you
you-
wouldn't get
Well,
murdered in the process?
do you notice how he helps her into the car? I felt a little uncomfortable with that too. You
I don't
watched
think it's the first time.
Tell us what happens, Mr.
Well,
Brown.
when it happens, it's about to happen any second.
Aw,
Yes, it-
I need to call my
Here we
dad.
go. Here, honey. This is a big step for you to get up in here. Hold on, throw your bag in there, and then let me just help you a little bit
Whoa.
there.
Push your ass.
Okay. Just a
Well-
there. Hold on. I'll linger.
Well, a significant
Good thing
portion
the Porsche
of
is
the
lower to the ground. than that.
Exactly.
yeah, you just don't have an excuse for it.
You fall
Let me help
into
you
the
in.
Porsche. Well, let me help you out.
Oh, is that what
There,
happened?
there is
Okay.
a significant percentage of the creative team of this movie did start out in pornography, and that is true.
I'm
Okay.
sure.
I'm
Yeah.
not surprised.
Softcore porn.
But
you
this,
know,
once again,
Cinemax-
this-
Cinemax stuff,
minus
you know.
Kevin Bacon. We're not trying to slander you. That was one of many of Jason's devices.
Yes.
If you heard that,
Christian
Sorry.
Bacon Slater is in this movie.
Damn it! You beat me to it.
Kevin Sladen.
Kevin Sladen.
Sladen Baker.
Kevin Bacon.
I still can't remember. We were actually before the show trying to remember the a movie. We were talking about
Sleepers.
Yes. And even now, after I just went over there and looked, I've already forgotten if it was Christian Bacon. Christian
Bacon.
Slater.
Christian Bacon. Got the Mandela effect with you guys with Christian Slater and Kevin Bacon.
I had a stroke a while back, and it killed the part of my brain that can tell the difference between
between male faces.
Just those two. It's a very specific part of the brain.
So this movie starring Christian Slater, just
Kevin
kidding.
Bacon.
Oh wait, who?
But, and I think it's important to note that this movie was made in 1980. I think released in October. So this is the 40th anniversary of this film.
Which is why we're doing this movie tonight for you hindsighters, because it's a very special anniversary.
Yes.
It's also a bit of a sad anniversary, and tell us why that is, Mr. Brown. You sent us an email about it yesterday.
Oh, well, it didn't happen recently.
I know. But I said a bit of a sad anniversary.
Oh, that's true. It's also the 5th anniversary that we lost Betsy Palmer.
Yes. Yeah.
Betsy Palmer, who was a very, very, very famous actress who needed some money to buy a new car.
That is true.
So played the ending role in this, and I'm sure they just called her in for the last week, and she made maybe $15,000 and purchased her Chrysler LeBaron.
I think it was 10 days of shooting.
For the whole film?
10 days of shooting.
Oh my God!
And she got $1,000 a day.
Oh, okay.
In 1980.
That's a hell of it.
That's real money.
Sean Connery showing up for what?
That's real money.
$4 million off of what?
Zardoz.
No, not Zardoz.
He played He played the king in Robin Hood.
No, when he
Robin Hood. Yeah, because he showed up at the end of Robin Hood, and he got paid like a huge amount of money. But he donated it to charity though.
Okay.
Who is a stripper?
Okay. If
I was a stripper, that would totally be my stripper name. So people could donate to charity.
Not Jade, because that's the perfect stripper name.
It is a stripper name. Wait, what was the other name that was in the running?
So, hindsighters, as many of you might not know, because why would you? Your beloved Darth Jader almost had a different name growing up. It would have been, instead of Jade Nicole, it would have been Tandy Danielle.
Me too. No. Tandy Danielle.
No, you're kidding. Tandy Danielle or just Danielle?
Sir. No, Tandy Danielle. That would have been my name.
Boy, what line of work would you have been in? Yikes. You'd be making a lot more money, I bet.
Yeah.
But,
well, I have a story about that. So I was at Town Center Mall when I was in college, and I was looking for a job. I had gone to the bookstore in the mall to ask if they were hiring, and I'm gonna be nice and say a gentleman stopped me on my way out of the store and said, "Hey, I heard you were looking for work."
Wait, was it Matthew McConaughey?
Yes.
Hey, y'all.
And he was shirtless.
Leaning up against a car.
That's the thing about them Kennesaw girls. But seriously, this guy stopped me and was like, "Hey, I heard you asking for work," and I acknowledged that I was, but I'm obviously suspicious. And he said, "Well, I'm a promoter of clubs, and here's the thing. I think you would make an excellent dancer." Like, he gives me the up and down, and I was like,
Ooh.
"Oh, I don't think that's really my thing." And he was like, "You sure? You make $2,500 a week?" And I was like, "Damn, I don't get out of bed for less than $3,000. Bye." And I pieced out.
$2,500.
Did you see Requiem for a Dream? That's
I think you mean Requiem for a Tuesday.
Yes.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yes, I have seen the movie. We've been over this.
His girl is in it with Keith David.
And
I know.
I do not care to discuss.
She started as a dancer.
Oh, look, there's Mr. Brown in his costume.
There I am. Look at that. I needed something to put around my neck.
I know.
I'm gonna be murdered. Somebody send help.
I like the fact that Mr. Christie.
He's Steve Christie.
Steve Christie. Well, to his girlfriend, he's Mr. Christie.
Oh, that's
which
right.
she calls him that even though they're having sex.
That's the way they like it.
You know. Boy, that's the way to do it. You know? We can have sex, lady, but you're going to call me Mr.
Sir.
But
does
he
sir
apparently
like it when I touch his
yeah,
arm?
he puts his work boots on. He puts his cutoff
shorty
jeans
shorts.
on. And then he looks in the mirror. He looks in the mirror and he goes,
"You know what it needs?"
"Yeah, I'm not done yet. Something's missing. Something's missing." And she goes, "Mr. Christie, how about your bandana?"
He goes full bandana, he goes full Freddy. It's like an ascot.
What's the name? What is her name? Brenda?
Who
No, she's not Brenda.
Who is that?
Can you move it? Sometimes if you move
Mrs.
this thing, it shows you who's
Miss
playing.
1980s hair.
She is Alice. Alice.
Yes.
Alice looks less like a girl than the boy who was in Phantasm.
Oh, you mean Winona Ryder?
Yeah.
It's Anne Heche.
If I ever meet Winona Ryder, I need to always keep a Phantasm poster with me.
Please sign this, Winona.
Oh my God, sign this. I loved you in Phantasm.
That's the thing. And Winona Ryder, we know who you are. You are stunningly beautiful. We get that. We're not trying to insult you because we know you listen to the podcast. But,
Mr. Christie, please put a shirt on.
yeah,
Mr. Christie, we're getting complaints from the rest of the
You're
cast.
scaring the children.
I'm going to carry my ladder away from you because this is like
Yeah.
an HR issue.
Show of hands. Who went to summer camp as a kid? Oh my God,
No.
you did?
Yeah.
Did you-
Every summer. My dad runs the Recreation and Parks Department. Of course I went to summer camp.
So was that pretty much?
No. Maybe it was because my dad ran the Recreation and Parks Department, but nobody messes with Morgan's kids.
No, even
No.
even as a kid, my parents, because all my friends.
And I didn't have that, foppish hairstyle that Alice has going on. So maybe that's why the counselors weren't hitting on me.
As
So,
a
shoot.
man, I have never had a haircut that looked more mannish than the haircut she has. That's like the most lesbian haircut.
It was very popular in the late 70s. You would not remember that because you were just still
Darth
covered
is-
in.
Yeah.
Darth is funneling her short
I was
hair
ma-
right
I-
now.
No, but it's not.
No.
It's not like a
That's
hair
not
helmet.
No, short hair. It's not short hair.
It's hair helmet.
Lots of people can pull off short hair. Anne Hathaway in Interstellar, very short hair.
And
very good.
Heche, always.
Did she have short hair in?
Pat from
In
Saturday
Deep
Night
Blue
Live.
Sea.
Deep Blue Sea. You guys.
No, in Dante's Peak.
Yes, she had short hair in Dante's Peak.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was really Anne Heche, wasn't it?
Yes, that
Okay.
one.
I don't
no,
remember
not
anymore.
Dante's Peak,
No, it
Volcano. She was in Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones. She wasn't
Yes.
in Dante's Peak
Oh,
With
James
Pierce
Bond.
Brosnan.
Yeah.
Yeah, with James Bond. No. He's only technically James Bond.
We're never gonna get this right.
So this is a movie about guys.
Kevin Bacon.
Look,
She has the same haircut as Kevin Bacon.
She
Look,
does.
that
Yeah.
kid is pulling a Lady in the Tramp.
Oh.
with himself though.
Yes. Poor thing. He did a lot by himself.
I've done the Lady in the Tramp thing
We've-
with myself.
Alone.
We've witnessed it.
Yes,
won't-
we have
we
witnessed
won't bring
it.
that up,
We,
though.
yes.
We won't get into that.
Maybe
So-
we will.
Someone that hindsighters are familiar
Now look at the
with.
guy on the right. Doesn't that remind you of A Clockwork Orange? Didn't they
Yes.
wear-
Yes.
They were up at-
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not the only one then.
Bum,
Good.
bum,
That
bum,
creeped me
bum,
out a
bum,
lot.
bum, bum, bum. You know what though? I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I learned something about this movie today that makes me
Do tell.
not like it as much as I used to.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Gasp.
The snake.
Oh, I said animals were harmed in the making of
killed
this film.
the shit out of a real snake, and apparently there was actually a snake wrangler on set, and it was his or her snake, and apparently had no idea and was literally in tears crying because
you
these
would be.
assholes had just murdered his
They
snake.
cut it to pieces.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They
No,
kill
I-
it with a shovel, don't they?
No, a machete.
A machete.
Oh.
No,
They
I,
hack it to bits.
I saw that and I said, "There's no way that they used, CGI or special
No,
effects with that. That was a
no.
dead snake, and
No.
it was a
No.
black snake. It
No,
wasn't even poisonous.
Neither did they.
Venomous.
It
Neither.
wasn't venomous.
No, because here's
You're right.
the difference.
I know
because
you like 5 times.
I have not gone over it 5
Yes,
Tune
you
times.
into our
have.
last
Yes.
5
Yeah,
episodes,
okay.
and you'll know
Whatever.
what she's about to say.
Venomous.
Okay.
Whatever.
What I was gonna say is, crap.
What?
Now you ruined it.
Go for it.
Now look at this Jeep. It's got the white wheel covers or whatever you call it.
Yeah, and they've got the soft top.
Yeah, see the soft top, the white, and you'll see that
I
later.
kind of want to buy a Jeep.
Steve Christie drives that same
Yeah.
Jeep.
Yeah,
Same-
exact same Jeep.
Exact same Jeep.
Exact same.
Okay.
No, what I was gonna say is, when they shot the arrow, that was not a trick or a gag. That was a guy shooting the arrow and really, really, really hoping that he didn't hit the actress.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You can get away with
Yeah.
that in non-union films, I guess.
I don't know if it was Tom Savini because
And,
Tom Savini
Shakespeare
did.
in the Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Savini did the special effects in this movie. And of course, Tom Savini's done a million different movies. In fact, we were talking about Cube. I think he did the special effects in Cube. I think he did the makeup and
I believe you.
the stuff in that. But he did most of the real heavy lifting in this movie.
Uh-huh.
And I think the best story involving that is the whole thing with Christian Kevin Slater Bacon.
See, look
Who
at
is-
that. It gets better
who
every
is-
time.
Who is
Christian Kevin Slater Bacon.
I'm going to pull
That sounds
up.
like a Waffle
Pictures.
House meal right there.
I actually now I've
Yeah,
actually
right?
confused myself and I
Christian
can't
Kevin
remember which
Slater-
one is in this movie.
Kevin Bacon
Christian-
is in this movie.
Shh, Kevin Bacon. I was gonna say Christian Slater.
I know you were. We confused that on
They're the
Robin Hood Prince.
same. I'm
No,
telling
they're
you,
not.
they're the same.
They are not.
Have you ever seen them in the same room?
I have no. I'm sure they've seen each other in the same room.
Probably.
But here's the thing.
Of course, because they're the
Kevin-
same person.
Kevin, I'm really sorry, but I find Christian more attractive than you. I love your dance moves, though. Don't get me wrong.
He's hopelessly devoted to Kira Sedgwick. Don't you worry.
Yeah, exactly.
is,
so,
very much so.
there you go.
Who wouldn't be?
We,
Yeah.
the closer. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. So here is Kevin Bacon
Yes. Okay.
for all of you hindsighters. And
I've
I'm
never
about
seen
to-
him before.
I'm about
Wow.
to pull up Christian Slater. So Jason, keep talking because it's going to take
No,
me a
he.
second.
Whichever one. One of them is in this movie. I had a stroke a few years back, and it killed the specific part of my brain that allows me to differentiate. It's like being face blind. You know.
Mhm.
No wait,
And that?
that's Kevin Bacon.
That's Christian Slater.
Let me look
Was
at him.
he
Let
in
me see.
Tombstone? Which
Oh, boy.
one?
Is that
Wait,
modern or 20
which
years
one
old?
was
That's, that one's about 20 years. I mean,
Okay,
I
thankfully.
which one was in Top Gun?
neither. Neither of them were in
Now,
Top Gun.
now watch poor Annie. Oh,
Oh.
it just cuts her throat. Oh, and look
And
what-
not even in a. So, for those of you who watch The Walking Dead, spoiler alert, sorry, that's kind of how Negan gets taken out. Is
Oh,
No,
he,
I
no,
didn't-
nobody
he-
cares.
he gets
Yeah.
a quick slice. No, but it's not like your usual slasher movie where they really rip into your throat. He just sort of, you know,
Oh no!
oh no, he got my throat.
I'm bleeding everywhere, y'all.
Yeah. And she starts to bleed, but that's about it.
Okay, so
This reminded me of Jaws 3D, this right here.
yeah, the whole movie kind
Well,
of.
they're all having fun on the
It's-
lake.
it's a
Kevin
very-
Bacon is wearing a Speedo.
Yes,
Nice and
yes, he
done.
is.
Wearing a Speedo
Kevin
next
That
to
is the greatest bikini ever
next
made.
to a woman with that bikini on. I would not be able to wear a Speedo out of the water.
I know,
if
no,
you know what I
no,
mean.
I'd be the guy.
I know.
Hey, you
I
guys
can't
want
get out now.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna stay here for a while.
Yeah.
That's right.
I-
I'll
I
take a
was-
0 for the day.
I was told in college by my boyfriend back then that I was not allowed to lay on my side because he was like, "No,
The
girl,
curve, right?
when I see that curve, no, I get in trouble." So there you go.
yes.
I can empathize with you on this one,
The
gentlemen.
great author Rex Stout, who wrote the Nero Wolfe detective books.
Yes.
He described it as a woman possessing those qualities necessary for the preservation and continuance of the species.
the hourglass,
Yes.
the va-va-voom, as
Yeah.
it were. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. yes. Oh.
Oh, there
Damn
goes
it.
the mustache.
Hey, you're not Mr. Christie.
Thank God, I'm not going to be murdered now.
You're a phony. You're a big fat phony.
Oh, I lost my stash.
We need to
I'm
get-
keeping the stash
We
off.
need to get his picture back up on his microphone and put the mustache on.
Oh my gosh.
No, but what I want to
High
talk about,
danger.
and what I think that most of the people in the audience want to talk about,
Of course.
I don't know. I don't know what these people want to talk about. This movie is an iconic horror movie.
Oh, big
when
time.
you think of American horror, specifically slasher movies, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
go to hell.
It's more of a hair cutter.
Yeah. Yeah. Leatherface didn't do a lot of topiaries.
He indulges me.
Yeah.
He likes me better than you do. So
No, but there is sort of a pantheon of American horror
course.
movies. Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, basically at the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
here's the
Freddy
thing.
Krueger.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I know Nightmare on Elm Street because of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Freddy
Welcome to your nightmare, bitch.
Yeah. If I told somebody, go and watch Nightmare on Elm Street because of Freddy Krueger, they would come back and go, yeah, that was really great. It was totally scary. Freddy Krueger, totally. Oh my God.
But this movie is so different.
Friday the
you're right.
13th is a movie that is known because of Jason Voorhees.
You're
right.
Hockey mask, chainsaw, or knife, depending on his mood.
Machete, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. He's not in this fucking movie.
No, it's seriously
No.
Yeah.
it's seriously like somebody from The Office shot this as a mockumentary, and you even see what was the first girl who got her throat cut?
Annie.
I don't, yeah.
Annie.
Annie. All right.
Oh, yeah, Annie was the first
Annie.
one. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
she wasn't the first one to get killed. And actually, one of the things that's interesting about this movie is that the first kill, well, 2 kills in the movie, which take place in 1957,
58.
58.
Well, one
okay.
kid drowns, so it's not a
Well,
kill. It's the
yeah.
fact that
The-
he's like,
I mean, the first actual kills.
okay.
Yeah, which are the 2 camp counselors.
But
back
wa-
when
but
the-
it wasn't the boy that drowned Jason?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Jason. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they very creatively.
Oh, there goes the snake. Sorry,
Yeah, I know,
it's
they're
about
about
to
to kill the
happen.
snake.
Sorry,
Let's
I'm
look
not
away.
trying to
Yeah.
interrupt. It just that poor
One animal was harmed in the production of this movie.
Yeah, I'm
And-
disappointed that Kevin Slater-Bacon didn't say something.
He didn't use
As
his powers or
idiots.
anything.
No.
Yeah,
He was still new in his career at that point. He had no clout.
because
that
he
that
can
snake was not within 6 degrees of Kevin
No,
Bacon.
because Christian Slater Bacon, he has the ability to speak to animals. That's a thing. It's true. Don't look it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, and they
Oh,
God,
they,
they
they
just
cut it twice.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
and it's like it's not dead.
is it
it's
dead?
just it's
and
just
then he says
hurting.
either that
Yeah.
or it's got a very short clone.
Which
so
is
they
the
had,
worst line in the history
they
of
planned
writing
from the
things.
beginning, from
Yeah.
the script writing, they were going to chop that poor
Yeah.
baby up.
poor thing. And because seriously, if somebody tried to chop at Millie like that, there would be some
Oh.
serious
I don't-
retribution.
Oh, yeah.
Well, first of all, it's a little harder to chop up a German Shepherd than it is a snake.
I mean, I guess it depends on who you are. If you're Dwayne the Rock Johnson, you could probably,
Oh, he's a pussy.
you heard that, Dr.
Yeah, come on,
Come and get Jason.
bring it,
Bring it.
because I got a thing called the Equalizer.
Oh my. Anyway, but yeah, they killed that poor Wrangler snake.
Yes, they did kill it, even though it wasn't even remotely venomous.
No, not at all. Not venomous at all.
But
Love it.
what I was saying is the first 2 kills in the movie.
causes cancer.
In the I know. Remember back when you could just be an asshole to cops,
Yes. Yeah.
especially as a teenager, because this dude, I mean, like, he just shows up. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you can't do anything. We're on private property.
Meanwhile, this guy's playing Peter Pan.
The odd thing is they just met each other, didn't they, as camp counselors? Maybe 3 days ago, and they're 4 days ago, and they're running
Damn,
around.
she's cute. The one on the left, not. Yeah. Anyway,
That's a boy, isn't it? The one on the left. It's hard for me to see with my old glasses.
you know what? If
Yeah, he is a
that's-
boy.
No, if,
well, they have
if-
the feathered hair. and
If
it's-
that's a boy, I'm still into it. No, what I was going to say, if I could finish, is the first 2
Crazy.
kills in the movie.
yes,
Right.
They are very deliberately done so that you don't see the knife. You don't see the actual wounding.
right,
Right.
And back in the 80s, that was kind of a standard thing. It was almost like in a movie, they would almost sort of like tell you early on, is it going to be a gory movie?
yeah,
Because they would cut away.
right. It's more about
Yeah.
the insinuation than anything.
And they
else.
deliberately did that in this movie to trick the audience into thinking, well, that's not going to be gory.
Right.
So that they could very specifically ratchet it up and show you, what I think is honestly one of the best kills in cinema history.
which is
The axe.
Whenever Christian Slater Bacon,
Oh, that's a good one.
when he
Yeah.
when the arrow comes up through his throat.
yeah,
Yes.
it's rough.
Now the problem with that shot though is they had to, he had to stick his head through a hole in the mattress. They had a neck prosthetic.
He and Johnny both
prosthetic.
die in a mattress. Like, it's so crazy.
Well, most of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then soil ourselves soon
Yeah.
afterwards. Yeah. I had to add that.
Yeah. Darth, your thoughts?
Yes, Darth. Oh, she's suffocating right now.
I mean, I'm the youngest one in the room, so hopefully it won't happen to me first.
You kind of
but-
hope you die in a mattress, actually.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
It's either a mattress or like a lion.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, let a shark eat me.
Put your shades on.
No, but they did that. They did the
Peacing
shot
out.
where
Bye, guys.
where he was killed on the bed.
Yes.
He sticks his head through a hole in the mattress. They have a neck prosthetic. They have a chest prosthetic. It's this whole Tom Savini
This litany of
thing,
Yeah.
and they knew they only had one shot.
literally
because it was like 7 hours to set this thing
Oh,
up, and
God,
what
a
poor
nightmare.
Christian Slater Bacon is like, he's got his head stuck through this hole
poor Christian Bacon.
for hours. So they know we can't make him do it again. We have to get this the first time. So they do the thing. The arrow comes through his throat, and then
Phrasing.
they're supposed to.
That's a stretch.
That's
actually.
yeah okay.
Depending on what
I don't
your,
really.
Nah.
I
what your
don't- yeah.
kink is. Yeah, I
That's
guess.
like some like Hong Kong shit.
Oh,
Um,
move on.
So-
move on.
the arrow is supposed to go through the throat, and then blood's supposed to come out.
right.
So they do this shot. Arrow goes through the prosthetic, no blood, and
Damn it.
they know we've got to do this in one shot. So I think it was Savini himself. It might have been one of the people working with him. Just takes the tube and just goes and just starts blowing into the tube that the blood is in, and it was never supposed to like shoot
Spurt
out
and
Yeah.
bubble.
It was never supposed to do that. It was supposed to just,
Oh.
come
Right.
out.
So it's kind of
So
like
that
your
was-
favorite movie, Marathon Man, with the spurting
Yes.
of the blood out of. Oh, okay, all right.
And it ended up being even better, but it was totally
With the
chance.
spurting. I have
Yeah.
favorite movies that have that too, but it's like shaving Ryan's privates.
Phrasing.
Mine all star Janine Lindemulder. Anyway,
I hate them both so much. Why am I here? Why
the
am I
right
here?
day.
When
Hey,
we make you laugh.
Google her.
You go out of your way to
Do
make
it.
me laugh. I've
Okay.
noticed.
All right. But no, it was a great kill scene because it was kind of screwed up, and they immediately did something to fix it, but it actually made it better because the blood
Yeah.
squirted out and made it look even gorier. And
It was gory, and
Yeah.
we will see it here in the not too distant future.
we will.
Good to know. So who picked this movie, gentlemen?
I did.
And why is that, Mr. Brown?
Well, when I think of Halloween and the month of fear, I mean Friday the 13th pops into my mind, so I just looked it up to see, what it was all about. I hadn't seen it in probably 20 years, and it was made in 80. It was the 40th anniversary.
Yes.
It is perfect.
Yeah.
And I think it was released in October. That's a perfect time to release horror films.
Yeah, it was released in October.
Absolutely.
Had a budget of around $500,000, a little bit more, like 550,000.
Okay.
Ended up making in its initial box office run $39 million.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I know.
Well done.
Talk about hitting the fucking
Wow.
lottery.
Out of the park.
It's not quite Jaws, but that's impressive.
Well, they made this movie. I mean, this movie was we need some money, let's make it. In fact, like we said before, what's her name?
Betsy Palmer.
Betsy Palmer.
Mhm.
Oh, I was like
Betsy
Christian
Palmer.
Slater.
No.
Christian
Anne
Slater
Hayes.
Bacon.
Anne Hayes.
Yeah, could be any woman.
Wait.
but it was
Anne
Betsy.
Hayes. No, her scenes were cut actually.
Well,
Yeah.
she was
By
eaten,
Betsy
she was-
Palmer.
Yeah, by
she was
Betsy
eaten-
Palmer.
She was eaten by a shark in the lake. So.
The other thing that's interesting about this movie is that the people who made it are very open about the fact that it's a complete ripoff.
Of what?
It's a rip of like 5 different. It's a ripoff of Halloween.
Okay.
The ending is a ripoff of Carrie.
Oh right, no Carrie.
Yeah,
with the,
Carrie.
with the
Yeah.
with the dream sequence.
yeah.
I've never actually seen Carrie.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not as it's
You got
It-
Vinnie Barbarino in it.
yeah. It's one of those movies that suffers from its own success because it was
It's
very
so-
successful. It was
Okay.
and it is a good movie, but if you go into it thinking, oh, I'm about to watch one of the greatest horror movies in history,
Yeah.
Well, I sort of get that impression, and that's the reason why I'm kind of like you, Jason, in the sense that if people tell me, "Oh, watch this, it's amazing," I'm like, "Nah."
Yeah.
I
And it's
don't think so.
also a ripoff of an older story, an Agatha Christie story.
Which one? Because I've read so many of her books.
She's made a few. Which one? Murder on the Orient Express?
Nope. 10 Little Indians.
Ah.
Really?
And then there were none.
Yeah.
Not 10 Little Indians. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's actually 10 people died in that. 10 people died in this. It's the same plot.
All right.
And it sort of establishes this idea.
So the 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It establishes this trope that to this day people still use when they make a horror movie, which is that you start off with a group of people and you start whittling them down with interesting kills, and then people discovering the bodies,
Yeah.
and it becomes scarier and scarier because, as an audience member, you automatically become part of the group, and you start thinking in terms of, oh God, they're killing everybody.
Well, and
When are they going to get to me?
And
Right.
going back to that, especially the mockumentary sort of way they did this, I think you were asking, Mr. Brown, is, these kids who are camp counselors have known each other for what, a day, and they're
Yes.
suddenly sleeping
Yeah.
together. They're
Playing
best
strip poker,
friends.
strip Monopoly.
Which
Strip
is
Monopoly.
the stupidest fucking thing.
I can tell you,
Kids, if you're ever at a party and a girl wants to play strip Monopoly, just offer to take all your clothes off.
Yeah. It's easier.
I don't need all the games. I'll just do
Yeah.
the thing that you want me to do.
Or if a game of strip Monopoly breaks out at a party you're at, be the guy who's really serious about the rules. Be that guy who's like, I want to fucking win Monopoly.
That
Yeah.
happened on Friends. They played Strip Happy Days board game.
Strip Happy
What?
Days?
Strip Happy
I didn't know
Days.
that was a thing.
Yeah, you wound up at what is it? The makeout place, something point. Come on, you guys know.
Right.
Chlamydia.
No. No, Inspiration Point, I think it was called.
Point.
Yeah.
Yes.
You wind up at Inspiration Point with Susie. Win 5 points. That means I get Joey's boxers or something like that. But,
I think that's sort of a counter Me Too sort of thing, because it's like let's play strip Risk.
Stratego. Strip
Yes.
Stratego.
Well, what happens now? Oh, you have to take your top off now.
Oh my!
I do.
Well,
Yeah. Well, the rule book is this thick.
Well,
If you want to read it,
I thought of you, Jason, because I was at a winery this weekend with some friends of mine, and we ended up taking over most of the portion of the patio at this winery up in Dahlonega, and my friend Michael was like, "Oh yeah,
they have a
we've-
winery in Dahlonega.
They have multiple
Oh, yeah,
wineries
no,
in
it's
Dahlonega.
actually pretty
They're all
nice up
over.
there. It's
I
really
bet
nice
the
up there.
wine is really awesome.
They imported from California.
Yeah.
I
okay.
can barely. No, they actually grow the grapes on the property. Whatever.
Okay.
It-
Oh, it's grapes.
Not that I can tell
Ooh.
because of my anosmia. And a winery. I'm like, oh, it's.
Well, even if you can't smell it, you get
It's grape.
drunk, right?
It's grape juice.
Yeah,
it gets me drunk.
It's grown up grape juice.
Put the straw in the box.
Anyway, I was there, and my friend was like, "Oh yeah, we've taken over most of the patio. We started at this table, and we like."
Is he
moved up."
German?
Well, damn it! I'm trying to tell the story. So I was like, "Oh, so you started with the purples with Papua New Guinea, and you just built up forces, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, like in Risk."
Oh.
Never
We
played
took-
Risk when he was a kid.
I never played Risk when he was a kid, because we well know. But anyway. Mr. Brown has seen that special, but apparently he's lost right now. I'm getting that vibe.
I have. I've seen all these things, but I've got a mind like a sieve sometimes. I relive things the next day as if they'd never happened.
Apparently,
It's
I
actually really nice.
Yeah.
You know,
get to
you
meet new people every day.
all the time.
Is
All-
Kevin Bacon doing anything here
He-
inappropropriate?
Probably.
Well, he's got his
let's
blue jeans on, right?
see. blue jean sex
Does he?
of the 80s.
It's called the dry hump. Kelly.
Kelly LeBrock.
Oh well, now I really
not
need
Kelly
the
There you go.
gators
Right,
on.
yeah.
Absolutely. If we're doing blue jean sex, for sure. yeah, but Kevin Bacon gets laid left and right. So even if I have to ask both of you as guys, I mean,
Yes,
you
I
got
do.
laid this much.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
would you even mind that you died via arrow?
No,
Eh,
I don't know. I'd prefer to go
Yeah.
right afterwards because you have a
Yeah.
very high threshold for pain.
oh yeah, totally.
Very high threshold. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, look, the thing about getting
do.
it, yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this poor fella. Oh,
I know.
He's on the top bunk.
Look at it this
dead.
way: everybody else in the movie got stabbed by arrows, throat slit, whatever, but didn't get laid.
Yeah.
So Kevin
Poor
Bacon,
kid.
at least I got laid before I went.
Yeah. Who cares? as
And
long as
also,
you're getting
he's
laid.
the only one who had a career after this.
Very
That's
true.
true.
Yes.
All I can think of, honestly, is I know probably neither of you were ever into Will and Grace, but
Surprisingly, no.
No.
amazingly. But there's an episode where Jack starts to stalk Kevin Bacon and then inadvertently becomes Kevin Bacon's assistant. And
This is an important scene.
go for it.
A woman exposes her breast. There. Okay, good.
There
We
we
can
go.
move on
That's
now.
not
Sorry.
happening tonight, gentlemen, just so you know. But anyway, Jack becomes Kevin Bacon's assistant, and Kevin Bacon discovers, oh, you're the guy who's been stalking me and following me around. You know what? I'm going to continue paying you to do this because my career could use it.
Yeah.
Like he needs
it's
a
important.
stalker to
Yeah.
remain relevant. And I love that Kevin Bacon has enough of a sense of humor to actually do that.
I like that Kevin Bacon put his shirt back on.
Well,
Like-
he was done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. The only
It's-
problem with that whole setup, though, is there's no TV.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
know,
I'm
because,
sorry.
Well, because it's like sex, done, TV.
TV.
Oh, y'all
Yeah.
are still awake enough
Pizza.
for TV afterwards?
Pizza and TV. Yes.
Well, when you're that young, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, pizza and TV. You gotta
No, it actually,
repower with
no,
carbs.
actually, as you get older, it's like
It's no sex, pizza,
sex
and TV.
or pizza and TV.
I'll take the pizza and the
Sex or-
TV.
I don't know about older. I
I'm
think
gonna-
it's just a gender thing because when I want to have sex, I get to have sex.
Well, that's a woman thing.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, with
That's
us,
right.
That's what
there's
I'm saying.
like, do I want to go through? No, the pizza's right there and it's hot.
And it's not going to say no.
It's not going to say no.
There are pumpkin chocolates in the
Yeah.
refrigerator.
and now with streaming, I mean,
I know, honey, but this is my favorite episode of The Office.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Just
And no, it's critical. This is the kill scene you were talking about.
yes, where
But
he's
he's
on the
also
prison
getting
pillow.
he's got laid and he's now getting stoned.
Damn, I want to.
like you do.
So now is the time to die.
Yeah.
I believe.
I think this is actually, hey, it's 1980.
Now she must be like laying under that bunk, which
who-
is
who the
kind of
fuck-
really
who the
weird.
fuck knows?
With how do you get an arrow at that angle?
I think.
Now watch the
poor
spray.
Kevin Bacon.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
that
it went in
blood
his
got in
mouth.
his mouth.
And also, he
Ugh.
must have been stoned enough to not notice the like 6.5 inches that the arrow went through before it came out
think,
there.
I was
Yeah,
like,
because
this is
how did an
so-
arrow make its way
Ah,
through
my
the-
sciatic is acting up. you know?
poor Johnny and poor Kevin Christian Slater Bacon? They died in beds in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I couldn't
Bummer.
remember. I had seen, it's probably one of the other Friday the 13th movies where a male and a female are making love, and then someone gets a spear and spears both of them at once right to the bed.
Oh my.
That would be awesome.
That's
I don't know
the
what that
second
is.
one.
I think it is the second one.
Because that's the thing. These movies, Friday the 13th is weird because it doesn't kind of follow the normal horror movie trajectory.
No, it's like a mockumentary. They're
Well-
following the camp counselors around.
Well, I mean, of the whole series.
Oh, okay.
Because like Halloween is like Halloween, and then it just dies.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street, I actually like the sequels up to a point. Friday the 13th actually does get better for
as
a while.
because you have a real
Yeah.
villain to follow.
yeah, and it's weird too
Oh,
because
there's your girl, Jason.
there she is.
A little cute brunette.
Well, the actress and what was her name again?
Annie.
No, the
Betsy Palmer.
Betsy Palmer.
Yes.
Betsy Palmer.
He
I
knows
love
who the
Annie.
cute brunette is.
Yeah,
Yes.
Betsy Palmer,
Imagine.
Mrs. Voorhees.
Yes.
Mhm.
she would go to these like conventions, these like, horror conventions, and she would say, I don't know who this guy is with the mask on because I wasn't in the movie with the guy with the mask.
Yeah.
But she would do like pictures, like they would do like father and or a mother,
there she is in
mother son
panties. You're
pictures.
missing her, Jason. There you go.
No, it's already stored up here.
Yeah, he took mental
spank bank.
pictures.
Yes.
Snap, 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 snap,
Nope,
snap.
nope, that's for
Snap.
later.
Snap.
That's for me. That's
Snap.
for later.
God. High danger. Anyway.
Yes.
You got whatever, something about.
So camp counselors, hindsighters, while the boys
We're
are
doing
preoccupied.
Shakespeare next week.
Yes.
Well, I could think this could be a corporate training film as to why you shouldn't get involved with your coworkers because death soon
That's-
follows.
You
Yes.
did text me about that, and I
Yes.
got you on a phrasing because let's see what Mr. Brown said.
Yeah, I was wondering what the phrasing was in that
Are
one.
you kidding me? Come on. It was good because you said something about staff members.
Oh, nice.
so
oh,
I
you
said
got
phrasing.
member and you've got a staff.
Yes.
Yes.
You're welcome. I
For
hang out with
all
you
the
guys.
children watching.
It shall go down hard. It shall go hard. Hey, come on, you guys. It shall go hard. That was a line in my Shakespeare
know.
play, by
It
the
was.
way.
I know.
We
I
know.
know.
Ch- ch-
Shakespeare, the greatest writer in the English
Yes.
language, who introduced us to the word cunt.
So I sent this to you guys earlier, and neither of you acknowledged it. But it was Shakespeare's countenance, and a love story. I'm gonna kill everyone.
I saw that. Yes.
So yeah, Shakespeare was his. He had his own country matters going on, but
But the
yeah.
thing is, Shakespeare could write something like this.
oh, he totally could.
that's the
and
thing.
it'd be better.
Imagine Shakespeare's Ye Olde Friday the 13th, which, by the way, they actually, at a certain
I want to
point,
see it.
at a certain point in production, someone actually reminded somebody else, guys, the name of the movie is Friday the 13th.
There's where you kind of see Jason. You really only see. Sorry.
Oh, look at her. Look at the axe in the head and two.
Boom.
Oh.
Splits are in half. Phrasing.
You're not going to live through that one.
No,
There's
you're
just
not.
no way.
She
But if you
died.
do, you've got a great career in politics.
She did go hard.
No, but the thing is, it's called Friday the 13th
Yes.
because they came up with that when they were trying to get funding.
Okay.
And literally, they didn't have a script or a story. They just had Friday the 13th.
All right.
Somebody at some point during the production said to somebody else, guys, it's called Friday the 13th. We should probably mention
Yes.
Friday the 13th. And
Yes.
At some point.
One time.
one time in the entire movie, somebody says, oh, and it's Friday the 13th.
It was,
Yeah,
it's
and
when
it's
the
just a
cop was
casual
driving
mention.
me,
Yes.
Steve
yes,
Price,
yes.
or no, Steve Christie.
Oh, because who doesn't do this? Sorry to interrupt you, gentlemen, but who doesn't run out into the rain in their bra and panties and a raincoat?
You were in
I
your,
do.
You were in your 20s once. You remember those days. She's pulling out my stash. Now, speaking of hair, this was the 70s. They still had, they weren't as, they couldn't
I
have
guess
sheer panties.
no one had heard of a razor blade back then.
All right, we're doing this.
She's leaving the stash. No, she's gotta
Bobby,
put the-
your hand looks like a 70s porno.
Can't
And
pull my hand apart, Lynn.
holy crap, is it raining? I really wish that the waitress in
No,
this
wait. When he
scene-
walks out the second time, they said in one
That's
of
a
the
dude.
in one of the bloopers, you can tell it's a hose. Oh, that's a little later. That's no man.
I was-
Oh, I like that. She's got a furry upper lip. Oh, and now
This
look, she's
tape
got her
is so
Brazilian.
ghetto.
Lee Lemon. Lee Lemon.
Wait, hold on a second.
For those of you
Smooth.
for those of you at home, if you know what Lee Lemon is, send us a comment.
Yes. And if
Darth
you don't,
doesn't, so-
I've got to sit here for about 20 more minutes before I can go. To feeling
Yeah.
that smooth upper lip.
Oh my.
Now watch when he leaves
Gets
the
so
second time.
salacious out of
Oh,
nowhere.
I like it. Well, I want you to clutch your pearls for me.
And look, I love that.
He's like the fisherman from
Yeah,
Gordon
I
Fish.
know. That's exactly what the Gordon
Now
fisherman.
look at the water going whoosh.
Yeah, that's
Whoosh.
that's a rain gag that didn't really work very well.
We've only got one fire hose. All right, wave it a bit.
Hey, boss, you want us to do a rain thing in this scene? Yeah, if you can.
We got
Now
extra
look at the
money to
Jeep.
spend.
Where's the other Jeep? We've only got one Jeep, boss.
Oh, damn.
Fuck.
All right, put a trailer on it.
Yeah, put a trailer on it. It's a different Jeep.
Suspension of disbelief. It
Well-
looks exactly the same, but it's got a trailer.
And going back to this whole thing about the camp counselors, because I know we tried to talk about this like 40 minutes ago, but that's a thing that happens. And something I observed when I was a small kid going to summer camp is that the camp counselors were all hooking up.
Oh,
Shut
yeah,
the
they
hell
were.
up.
Oh, my God. They all hooked. That's why you became a camp counselor.
Yeah, to get pretty girls,
Yeah.
pretty outside athletic girls, absolutely.
It's also why most of the girls I knew who became camp counselors
got pregnant.
No, they were kind of doing it with the other girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now that I didn't know, I was young and naive.
A
So,
lot of lesbian action at summer camp.
Just experimentation.
all right.
Yeah, ours was called Camp, I'm not making this up, Camp Windywood.
Ooh.
The word "wood" was always.
I know,
involved in
somebody-
some- I'm sure that girl from middle school and your friend from Camp Meadowood are really grateful that they were your first kiss.
yes,
But you
yeah.
know,
So who's going to die now?
I don't know
Tell
her
us.
name. What is her name? Hold on, ready?
Booby McShirty
McPherson.
Pants? Brenda. Brenda. Obviously, it's Brenda.
Brenda.
I knew that without having any visual aids.
let me consider this.
Oh,
one a
yeah.
stroke.
Hot toothbrushing action.
I know they didn't have electric
Man,
toothbrushes back
I
then,
am
but she's
telling-
good. She's good with the plumbing. She could
Oh, yeah.
reach under. She turned on the water.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
She's
yeah.
good
Oh,
with the
yeah.
plumbing.
Oh my gosh, where is that mind? Oh,
Now
24/7.
we know. Now we know.
No,
Yes.
knowing
Yes.
is half the battle.
Yeah.
All right.
Why is she still wearing her raincoat?
I don't know. I never wear one.
I don't know. Oh, bada bing.
Yeah.
Always wear your raincoat.
Yes.
Uh,
That's what I've heard. Anyway,
I wore one for a month. I still got a cold.
you got COVID
I don't-
because
I
you
don't-
didn't wear your raincoat.
I don't remember which stand-up comedian said that, but that's one of my favorite.
Now is she still in her panties in this raincoat?
Of
Yes,
course.
that's what I'm
Of
saying. Is
course.
that who doesn't run out into the rain in their
Yes.
panties?
Oh,
Well, no,
yes.
she's got a shirt on. This is a different girl because see the pink underneath her raincoat.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I see the.
Could be a continuity
Sorry.
error.
Yeah, I'm guessing. But well, she's clearly pantless.
Yes.
Put some pants, legs, close the windows. Anyway,
Back when Joe McCarthy was going after anything red, I used to call my penis Joe McCarthy.
Oh my God. What kind of twisted, sick individual
Seth
were you?
MacFarlane.
Oh,
I
is that? Oh,
appreciate
you
that.
stole that?
I stole that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I stole that one.
he did. He totally did. Clearing the throat. Sorry. Phrasing. Anyway.
Any parents out there, if you want to have fun, watch Family Guy with your kids.
Oh,
It's
Lord
just
of mercy.
so fun.
Do you watch it with David?
Oh, he's
Of
seen every
course he
episode.
does,
Oh,
yeah.
Family Guy? Yeah, he's seen every episode.
Hey,
At-
Mr. Badskin.
Next time you see him, ask him to go, oh. He does a great Quagmire.
Ow. He does a good Tina too.
Yeah, he does.
Jason's son is very talented hindsiders, in case you're not aware. But
Giggity.
yeah. Oh, so Newman's there picking picking up Panties McBraw. Because why does she call the police? What happens? I'm sorry, I missed.
Who
this
knows?
moment. This movie is so top.
The police.
It's
the
not
police,
a scary movie.
It's not scary.
No.
It's really not. I was surprised. We were talking earlier because we've been talking about Halloween movies and scary stuff, and we did it. What did we do before?
Phantasm.
Phantasm.
So
Yeah.
memorable.
Oh, I love Phantasm.
Phantasm's a good movie.
Yes.
It's a far
You ever wanna
superior
be
movie.
Poked in the head by a ball.
Phrasing.
Again,
I did that on purpose, just for you, Mr. Brown.
The
Been-
staff and the ball.
been there, done that.
Oh, while she was drinking.
Yes, the winner and new champion.
I didn't spit. I'm a champion.
Ooh, phrasing again.
Peaches and cream, ladies.
Yeah.
Peaches and cream.
Wow, this is we're gonna have to up
Turning
our
into
rating
such a salacious-
to R.
Yeah.
Double
no,
R.
are you kidding me? Like, where are
Oh
we?
yeah, look at that hot ass
Nightgown.
night
She's wearing a
gown
nightgown.
thing. I don't.
It's like a Native American nightgown that she's wearing, and it's very nice.
I
she
hate
picked
to
it
say
up
this.
in Dahlonega, Georgia.
Look, maybe I'm old, but I look at that and I think that
Little House on the Prairie.
doesn't look comfortable to sleep in.
Well, most nightgowns aren't. I mean, think about it. Gentlemen,
Okay.
how many times have you seen me in a dress? They're just not comfortable.
That's why I don't wear them.
Yeah.
But the point is,
Plus,
that-
when I shave my legs, it gets all bumpy.
yeah, exactly. It's just it's all in the way. You don't want to mess with that.
So
But-
I do want to point out though that Darth is wearing merchandise.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I
she
like
is.
looking at this merch.
And I would.
I'm certain you do.
Well, normally I can't
And-
do that with a clear conscience,
Yes,
but now
yes.
I can. And I never noticed she has breasts.
I'm
Look at
not
that.
self-conscious at all right now, hindsighters, and I'm not the only girl. So here we go.
Well, it's not cold in here, at least. I got.
if
No, it is
you
beautiful. It's
want to
cool.
look as fashionable, and if you want to upset your friends
Yes.
by making them go, "What is this? What is this you're wearing?" Hindsight. What is that?
Hindsight.show.
Yeah. If you want to baffle your friends, you can buy one of these for only what is it, $50? I don't even know.
$49.95. $49.95.
$49.95.
It's way less than that.
What is it's like
Hindsighters.
20?
It's like 24.
$24.
I want to say.
You can have a shirt for a show that.
Let me pull it up. Actually.
Oh yes, yeah.
So
Phrasing.
keep talking.
Yes.
And if you want to purchase a lemon mask to go with it, so when you're heading to do some shopping,
Or
Exactly.
underwear,
Yes.
actually.
ooh, the
you
lemon
can get
underwear. I gotta get me a
panties-
pair of those.
Panties and boxers with lemons in just the right place, hindsighters.
Not
It's
not
delicious.
not the bum.
No.
It's on the front.
It is on the front.
front.
Yes.
Well, I guess I guess
it's
just
a
the
lemon
right place.
chastity belt.
That's true. So here we go. We have
A little
masks.
tang for the tang.
There you go. You can have that for $8. $8, and
Oh, I
it's
love it.
guaranteed. It is guaranteed to protect you
I want to see the panties.
from.
And that might be a little weird, but
Don't we all? Don't we all?
And the T-shirt is actually $26.83
Yeah.
max,
Yeah.
depending on the size. So I have blue, but here's red.
Yes, it's available in many colors.
Yes, it is. That's the Bite Me shirt, but I'm pulling up the Clutch
Look-
My Pearl shirt.
Look, we know,
due to
we
the
know,
inspiration from
we
Mr.
know. If you
Brown.
listen to this show, you obviously don't have a job. You don't have a lot of money. We get that. We get.
You
that.
don't have a lot going on.
Also, wouldn't that
24,
Wouldn't that be
13.
like more transparent?
well, notice the way she's kind of arching her back a little bit to make sure it doesn't touch any of the naughty bits.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It was they didn't want to. They
And
didn't.
the
They didn't
whole,
want this
gonna
to be
go ahead
X-rated.
and-
the whole.
Yes.
You know.
out.
You know.
You
You're.
don't need to see anymore.
You know. You're an
I'm
old.
out.
When you're an old person, when you watch a movie like this, and you go, "Hang on a second, I don't think that generator would provide enough power for that whole camp. I just don't think so."
Well, I thought of both of you honestly when I did
And it would
this.
be too noisy. People couldn't sleep.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I thought of you guys because I know you like Evil Dead, even though you weren't on our episode for that. But these cabins reminded me so hard of Evil Dead.
yes.
Nobody got raped by a tree. They were all murdered via machete or axe. But
And we are going to be doing Evil Dead 2.
no, we're not.
No, you will love Evil Dead 2. Trust us.
telling you.
Trust it. You will not even
There-
think this is an evil. Because I watched Evil Dead 2, and I was watching Evil Dead 1 thinking it was like Evil Dead 2, and I was like, holy crap.
no.
I was expecting a comedy.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2 is a
It's
comedy.
a comedy. They're all straight up
I'm so
comedies,
scared.
except for the first one.
Hindsighters.
Yeah.
Angel, help me.
Yes.
Ayúdame.
Don't be-
Immediatamente, Angel. Por favor.
Hey,
I'm
no,
asking you.
no Portuguese.
That's Espanoli.
Going to Portugal, huh? Going a little South America way.
Oh no, that was hilarious, and not to make fun of my mom, but I'm gonna. She when I met my cousin Jeff's now wife Erica, she speaks Portuguese. She's from Brazil, and my mom was
Good reason.
She
Yes.
was. My mom was like, "Oh, you and Jade will get along great." She speaks Spanish too, and I was like, "Mother, she probably speaks Spanish or Portuguese." Excuse me. It just
Well, when
I
you
felt
told
so
your
bad.
mom you got the Brazilian, she thought you spoke Portuguese.
You need to stop picturing me with a Brazilian.
And
We're
with
gonna
that,
take
ladies,
a break.
ladies and
Maybe
gentlemen,
now
we
it's
are
time,
going to
yeah.
take a quick break.
Dear God.
We'll be back.
If Darth
Probably.
decides to return.
We'll be back.
She'll be
probably.
clutching her pearls.
1 second. And we're back.
And so is the stash.
there it is.
Yeah.
At least for now.
on Adam's face.
Yes. It's jumped over.
It travels.
Dun, 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 dun.
God, I love that show.
Yeah. Alex Cord.
Yes,
was the
Alex
actor's
Cord.
name. Alex
Yes,
Cord.
yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
loved him. He was so cool.
They're doing their
He
older
was.
guy
That's
thing.
Archangel from
The last thing I
Airwolf.
saw him in was a. it was kind of sad because whenever I was going diving in the lock up in Tennessee that had the paddlefish, I was looking on
Did
YouTube.
you just say lock?
The lock? Loch Lomond.
No, I understand. It's just that most people would still say. You can just say lake.
Well, no, I mean don't look at a map. It's called Loch
I'm
Lomond.
kidding. God, calm
Anyway.
down. Anyway.
Calmer than you are. No, but I looked up and there was like this documentary on the paddlefish.
The sucker's locked.
and who was announcing the
Mr.
voiceover?
Cord.
Alex
Yeah,
Cord.
Mr.
Yeah.
Cord, yeah. He was actually in it. He was on camera.
Believe it
Yeah. So that was.
or not. You're welcome.
So blah 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 blah. People died. Then the
there's-
ending.
There's Billy from Georgie from It in the yellow raincoat.
Yes.
But so seriously, what's happening right now? Because we've talked through so much of
Well,
this
it's
movie.
10 little Indians is what's happening.
No,
I mean
you
it's
did
one
talk about
person
that.
Dead.
dead, and it's not
Dead.
just that they get killed. The bodies always get left in a way that scares the people who are still alive.
One little,
Right.
two little,
know.
three little counselors.
Except that in the end, you've got a few people that you didn't see, the corpses,
Yeah.
and then you get to see them all.
Then they
you know,
show up
Yeah,
in
they
the
show
end.
up, like to scare what's her face as she's running away from Mrs.
Scare
Voorhees.
Betsy Palmer.
Yes, that one.
No,
Miss-
I'm sorry. Whatever her name is, Brenda.
Yeah.
The other one.
They both-
Annie.
Who
a
did,
white woman. Who cares?
Yeah.
White lady.
Yeah, who was very, very specific about not wanting to be
It's
in the
white.
franchise after this
Yes.
because Brenda was stalked by a crazed fan. And the experience was apparently because if you watch Friday the 13th Part 2, she gets killed in the first scene.
I
And the
don't think I've
reason-
seen it.
And the reason she gets killed in the first scene is because she said, I will come back. You kill me in the first scene, and I'm done with this.
Okay.
Because she had been stalked by a crazy fan, and
Well,
you know.
let me ask you guys. Raise your hands. Have you ever been stalked?
Oh, no. That's why I probably wouldn't. Well, you're a woman. Women are stalked.
Yeah, men take it as a compliment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'd be like, keep me in these films for
Exactly.
as long as I can be stalked by her.
Dude, I've got women stalking me. This is awesome.
Cool.
Crisscross,
Yeah.
I guess, because seriously, being stalked is not fun, as it turns out.
What?
What? As imagine, I was stalked by one previous boyfriend and a previous friend, and I'm over it. Don't do it.
If you're a listener and you want to stalk her, don't do it. Because
Well, I've
Jason and I, I've got a knife.
If you want
right
to stalk me,
no stalkers.
Do it.
I'll cut you. I'll cut you.
No, wait.
Which camera are we on?
is
I'll
that
cut
the
you.
stage knife?
It is. No, it's razor sharp.
That's the razor
Yeah.
sharp knife. Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I'm leaning away. God, I know I'm safe, but I'm a little
Stalking
nervous.
is a serious issue.
Yes.
There.
From the
Moving
attorney,
on.
please
Yeah,
move
moving
on.
on.
Move on.
So
James Garner. Move on. Anyway, so the police finally get involved. Okay, I need you to calm down.
who is
Sorry, I had to cut
killing everyone?
Who is killing everyone?
It was a question, not a statement.
No, you're asking.
Yeah, I'm
us.
asking.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I was. It's not like a who's on first thing.
No.
It's Jason. This is the Friday the
Jason.
13th
Who
film. of
killed
course.
everyone? Jason's not even in the movie.
Exactly.
I know.
Yeah, and that is the thing about this is that Jason Voorhees, who is the iconic, and
Yeah,
I
he's
would
one of-
argue he's more iconic even than Freddy Krueger because that hockey mask is a very quick and easy thing. You draw the
No.
hockey mask,
Everyone knows.
everyone
that,
knows.
that burned face. Freddy Krueger and the nails. No, absolutely. Freddy
Ah.
for me is more iconic.
Here's a low budget kill. He just
Yeah.
grunts. Hey, what are
Oh,
you
and
doing
there's
here?
Mr. Brown's look right there.
Yeah, that's it. And then
J. Michael Vincent.
you didn't
He was
see
called
anything.
to another district for multiple Jan Michael Vincents.
He doesn't work for the company anymore. I tell you
God.
that much.
They must have run out of Jan Michael Vincents.
Oh, that's what the movie needed.
Discordant, menacing music.
Ernest Borgnine.
Oh, Ernest Borgnine is
Ernest
good anyway.
Borgnine would have saved everyone.
Yep.
It would
He
have been
would
a
have.
very different movie.
Where's Tiny Tom Cruise when you
Yeah.
need him? God.
Your life is about to change.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tom.
If only, here's what I need. I need a version of this movie where Shatner reads all of the subtitles.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yep.
Well, he was in Halloween.
Yeah, he was
So,
in
yeah.
Halloween, but not Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But so menacing.
He was in not the first Halloween.
No, The Mask.
Oh.
Michael Myers' mask that he wears is actually an off-the-shelf William Shatner mask.
Oh, okay.
Swear to God.
That
okay.
I did not know.
Oh yeah, no, it's a
Wow.
Shatner mask. In fact, there are people who have pictures of the mask
And
next to
Shatner.
Shatner of that age, and it's very obvious it's a Shatner mask.
Oh my. That's,
Yeah, I know, right? Awesome.
I think Shatner and Nirvana are kind of two synonymous. You know, we all want to be
Yeah.
the Shatner.
We all
Even-
wanna be Shatner.
Even Michael Myers.
Yes, even
I
Michael
thought you were
Myers
talking
wants to
about
be
Nirvana
Shatner.
the band, and I was so confused for a moment.
Oh no! Actually, Nirvana the band took it from something else. It's a religious reference.
They wish.
I'm gonna be slapped.
I'm gonna take.
Yes, you are.
But no! It's a
No,
sharp
he's
one.
protecting you. That's what he's doing. Anyway, so how does this movie end, gentlemen?
It ends with one of the greatest beheadings in cinema history. When look, I mean, she's not a particularly strong person, but you hear stories about women lifting cars off of their
Yes.
children,
Off
things
of
like that.
infants.
So
Hell hath no fury.
there is some
Like a
precedence
woman's
for it.
scorn.
But
Like a
basically,
woman
Brenda.
condescended to.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Well, they actually asked the actress who played Brenda at one of the conventions. They said, "Did you survive because you were the good girl? You didn't take your clothes off? Is it like a one of those metaphor kind of things where all the the people
You
who,
weren't the slutty one,
right?"
Yeah.
And she said, "No, I survived because I had a better arm and I could hack better with a machete." And it's like, yep.
And
I
by
love
the way,
that.
Brenda's dead. It's Alice. Just Alice doesn't live here anymore. Alice is the girl.
Okay.
I threw out Brenda because I couldn't remember Alice.
Oh,
but
see, I just took your lead.
I know you
God
did.
damn.
I believed you too.
Yeah.
God,
I
you
just knew,
lied to
I knew the
everyone.
phone would be winging off the hook.
It was
we
ADHD.
need
watchers.
We do need to talk though about Gene Siskel and his reaction to this movie.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, he hated the movie passionately.
Do tell.
Passionately hated.
Oh, do tell.
And to the point that in his review he gave away the ending deliberately. And
Which is like that, and that's a bigger deal than it sounds like, hindsighters.
It's
because
being a
honestly,
dick.
it's being a dick.
It's being a
But
dick.
it's even worse than that though, because he not only gave away the ending, he also gave away the what's her name again?
Betsy Palmer.
Betsy Palmer, Laura Palmer. He gave Betsy Palmer's address so that people could.
He doxed her.
He doxed her so that people would write letters to her protesting her being in this movie.
They
But-
went full
but-
Anthony Jeselnik on this. Fool.
but-
Oh my God, that
That's
poor
right.
girl.
It was the wrong address.
Oh no! Gasp! You should.
Now, if you do this in 2020, you go to jail.
Yes. Yes.
You know, he did, and it was he referred to the director as like the most loathsome thing in Hollywood today, and the directors, and part of the reason for that was because he said it was very misogynistic. This whole slasher thing is so misogynistic, and he pointed out the killer was a woman.
Yeah.
The person who killed the killer was a woman.
Yeah.
All the men were dead.
Yeah.
I don't really see how it's misogynistic.
Where's the misogyny in
where's the
that?
misogyny? You know.
Women can be killers too, girls. Just keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
yeah, you can be whatever you want
That's
to
why
be.
Jason took
Yeah.
the knife away from you.
So
Yes.
some there was bad blood between the two or something.
I think so. Yeah, I think
Had to
so.
be some bad blood.
I mean,
Well,
to
in
give
Hollywood,
away
that
somebody's
never happens.
address.
Yeah,
is-
that's
that is an
awful.
extraordinary.
Like,
mean, yeah.
oh my God. I never understand doxing anybody. If you have an official problem with them, it's one thing that I think you and Jason, you and I discussed this a long time ago where I was like, oh man, I haven't heard from you in like 3 days. Are you mad at me or something? And you were like, no, if I'm mad at you,
I'll tell you.
you'll tell me.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that
Good to know the rules.
Yeah, that is, and I don't know if that's a spectrum thing or not, but that's if I'm mad at you, I'll just tell you.
No,
If I haven't told you I'm mad at you, I'm not.
we're cool.
I'm totally not.
And I appreciate that
Yeah.
because, even I'll just sit there and I'm like, oh, I haven't heard from the guys in a couple of days. I guess they're busy. Now I just shrug it off.
That's why I think women, and you should probably start a business just as a translator.
Yeah.
Where you would just literally, she would, like a girl would say, oh, my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And you would go, well, no, actually, that's not what's happening.
What it means.
You say, here.
I unofficially do that. And I'm not following the Joker's advice at all. If you're good at something, never do it for free. Because back in college specifically, I had a friend named Mark, and he asked me what he did wrong on a date because he was out with a girl and they weren't getting along. Nothing. It wasn't,
lessons learned. He wanted lessons learned.
Wasn't going well. And so he's over at my house and I cooked him dinner. We're hanging out. And he was like, so what went wrong with this? Because I asked her, hey, so what are you doing this weekend? And just as a conversational point, because he had run out of things to talk about with this girl. And I said, and she responded, oh, I don't know. What do you want to do? And I was like, you see what you did there? And he goes, no, what the hell did I do wrong?
See.
And I was like, you asked her out again. And he said, no, I didn't. I didn't ask her for another date. I said, not specifically, but what you did. I was like,
that's it. I'm going gay.
I said,
it's easier.
I was like, Mark, you have to consider this. Women treat dating like an aggressive sport. On the first date, all we can think of, whether we like you or not, is whether we want another date. And so when you asked her what she's doing again,
yes. Yeah.
she assumed you were asking her out.
Yeah.
So that's what you did. So yeah, now you're obligated to take her out again.
It's a very, very useful thing. I had a friend in college who she was a non-traditional student. She had gone off and worked, and she came back to college. So she was older than the rest of us.
Okay.
Gorgeous, gorgeous woman. But she was like I remember I was dumped by this girl once, and I was really broken up by. We were supposed to go to this.
Wait, you were dumped by the girl you're talking
No,
about?
no, by a different girl.
Oh, a different girl.
Yeah, I was dumped by a girl, and I was in the dumps, and we were supposed to go to this. I don't even remember what it was. Do they have dances in college? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so maybe it was that. And I was like, oh, boo-hoo. I was all sad because I wasn't going to go. And she was like, no. She was like, I'll go. She goes, is she going to be at this dance? And I went, yeah, she's still going. And she went, perfect. I'm going with you. And my job is going to be to look as slutty as possible and hang all. And she would basically she sort of mothered, us college guys. And so it was like going to the dance, and she's like, oh, I'm so glad I'm out with him. He's so blah, blah, blah.
He's so handsome.
He's incredible
so
in bed,
well
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, And I'm like, holy crap, this is the greatest thing in the universe.
It's like a service that I feel that I should provide for money. So
it should be for money.
Fly me to Australia. I will make your past boyfriends or girlfriends. I don't care. Jealous as hell.
I'm sure there are plenty of people in Dubai and places like that with big
Fly me out there.
who would write big checks. You may end up trapped in a palace that you can't get out of, but
Well, I'll take Mr. Brown's knife with me. I'll be all right.
They won't let you on a plane with that. It's pretty sharp.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Bummer. But
So now Alice is the last
there's
one
a
living.
movie.
Yes.
Alice is the last one living.
Yes.
We don't know what this
all
creature
the
is.
counselors have been murdered.
And of course,
so
the door opens out, so she's piling a whole bunch of stuff in front of it.
Alice is not.
No,
No,
Super
that's why I
bright.
said it reminds me of Evil Dead
does
because
that.
they
Yeah,
did
it
the
does.
exact same thing.
Well, this movie established so many tropes, so many horror. I mean,
Yes.
the whole concept of a lake, a summer camp, and a slasher. How many movies have we seen?
and she missed the best weapon of all, right to the right of the door there.
What was
A
it?
dry chemical fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
That
The
person
nuclear
opens
and
up the
chemical
door,
engineer.
whammo into the face, and they've lost all ability. They've lost most of their senses.
There's a fucking gun.
I know she
She
did get
takes
the
the
gun.
baseball bat. For those of you not watching,
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean,
She
But
couldn't
yeah,
find the ammo.
Yeah,
to her
yeah,
credit.
yeah,
to her
yeah.
credit.
and now there's
But she
another
could butt
How many
stroke her.
baseball bats do they have?
and
in
a
this
nice
cabin?
KitchenAid stand mixer in that camp too. I was very impressed by that.
I saw that too.
I
Very
can make
nice.
David some badass birthday cookies
Yeah.
in that kitchen
Hey,
mixer.
that thing's at least $300.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
no,
those-
they are expensive. They're worth every penny, though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. But yeah, she grabs the bat and
I would duct tape
And
the
a
fork.
trident.
I would duct tape
She's
the fork
Poseidon.
to the end and make a trident.
Oh yeah,
poke
that
people
would be
with.
awesome.
There you go. It's
That'd have been
almost
smart. Some
yeah.
duct tape.
Would have been, but
So
you
does
know,
this have? See, it does. So you can tie this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put a rope through there. You can tie it. Make a spear out of it.
I'm not nervous. What's going on?
That one
right
is
now?
very sharp. That's courtesy of Sordelay Inc. fight choreographer.
Because, oh wow, it's from an actual choreographer. Interesting.
Yes. Well, he does a lot of work with knives, and the knife company wanted to get an endorsement, so they gave him,
That's not a knife.
they gave him a shitload of knives. And then this was one of the real ones. He goes, yeah, take a couple
Send
at him.
help, hindsighters.
I like things that are sold by the shitload.
Yes.
You know,
The truckload, the
Yeah,
shitload,
the
the
metric
buttload.
there's
Right.
not many things that you can buy, you know,
A shitload
in that sort of variety. Rice. If you ever want to just say, I ate 1 million of something,
I saw a meme that
I stole that from someone.
no,
Don't complain.
was-
I know I stole it. I can't remember the comedian's name. So
no that Mitch Hedberg.
is that who did it?
Yeah, it's like they're long noodles, and the fact that if I don't ever want one rice, I want like a shitload of
Rice.
And
Yeah.
we're both obviously paraphrasing badly.
Because it's
but-
like, if you know, how often do you get to say, I'm going to eat 1,000 of something?
Yeah, it was Mitch
yeah,
Hedberg.
Yeah.
Because my friend asked me if I wanted a frozen banana. I said no, but I wanted a regular banana later. So I was like, yeah.
The most radioactive food in the world. Bananas.
What?
Bananas, yeah.
They're radioactive?
Radioactive potassium is in it.
Daylight come and me one go.
You will glow home.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's why you don't want to keep bananas in your underwear.
Or your tailpipe.
Well,
Or do you?
Anyway, no, but I saw a meme about.
oh my God. In your underwear or your tailpipe.
Crazy.
Where is this going?
I can't believe I missed that.
Hindsighters. I prefer it in the front or the tailpipe.
I'm going to stick a banana in your tailpipe, and I'm not talking about your car.
Where's Judge Reinhold when you need him? My God.
My name is.
But speaking of multiple rice, as it were, grains of rice.
Our Chinese audience just perked up.
I saw a meme where it was like, you're in a long-standing relationship where you don't care about hurting your significant other's feelings over food. So you go into the fridge and there's a note that says, Mitch, I've got one burrito in here and 1,450 grains of rice. Like, do not eat my food.
That is actually true, though, because at a certain point in a relationship, once you've gotten married, you do come to that point when you open the fridge up and you see the leftovers. And as a man, you go, wait a minute, which of these leftovers am I permitted to eat? Because some things are just a slice of cold pizza.
Yeah.
Some things are, I was going to have that for lunch tomorrow.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, where'd it go?
The chocolates
Yeah.
that you and Elaine bought me are strictly mine. Unless I actually get them out of the fridge and hand one to Josh, he is not allowed to have one.
Go buy your own.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Get a Costco membership. I babysat a dog for these chocolates. Thank you very much. But thank you, Elaine.
And there we have
So
the
Betsy
killer.
Palmer and Alice are together.
Right, there's a movie.
And the funny thing is she recognizes that Betsy's a little off.
Just
Okay.
just a scotch.
I think the haircut alone is enough to tell
Yeah.
you.
Just a scotch.
Now, I have a question. When Alice runs outside and there's a running vehicle in which she could escape in, and she opens the door, and one of the corpses in the passenger seat, would that bother you? No, it's
No.
move over.
Yeah.
We're getting out of here, and if you're still alive, that's great. If not,
Yeah.
we're on the road.
Yeah.
Some corpses just stay the
Corpse
same
is no
age.
threat. Corpse is no threat to me.
The
Especially
name
it was a former friend that was a corpse. Definitely not a threat.
the
Especially
name
if it was a corpse you
Jason
were sleeping with.
oh yes.
was actually a combination. I don't remember if it was the director or the writer. I'm assuming it was the writer.
Mhm.
His two kids, he combined their names and got Jason.
Oh, now I heard that it
Oh.
was in the script. It was originally Josh.
Oh,
But
I
they-
didn't hear that.
I was reading.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think it was in the side notes. You know those little side
Yeah,
notes that
yeah,
appear.
yeah.
Ruh-roh,
They
Raggy.
originally in the script Josh, but then they're like, that just sounds like too sweet a guy. Hey, Josh. Jason, on the other hand, sounds a
sounds
little bit more
Like something's not right, you know? Yeah. And Voorhees was a girl he dated. Her last name was Voorhees.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dudes aren't vindictive at all
No.
with their dating history. That never happened.
Hey, that's right. If she's seen my dick and knows everything about me, she can't stay alive.
She's met my parents and seen my dick. That can't be alive or something like that.
Yes.
Shriek.
Oh.
Yeah, so I agree with you, especially because the body wasn't in the driver's seat.
No, just gosh, hop on in. Let's get out of here.
I could put up with quite a bit
yeah.
to get away from,
And now they're making all the appearances.
yeah, all the bodies are just flopping around.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. 'Cause I can't see these.
And so then she cuts her head off.
Yep. There
Yeah.
you go.
Now let's talk about the actual ending of the movie. Because
And she's wearing a white sweater, which is really important right now because, ladies, when you're slashing somebody's neck open,
Yeah.
it
Well,
gets all over your sweater. But
they-
this bitch is like the Martha Stewart of murdering.
they tried to dress her, and I don't know if it's padded, but they tried to make her look a little more masculine in order to sort of cut it
match up
together
with what you would
Yeah, because it
assume,
was
yeah.
because she said she was like, I didn't kill anybody in that movie. It was Tom Savini's assistant. It was some Brazilian kid who was very nice.
Right.
He killed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Kind of like Darth Maul as the Headless Horseman in Sleepy
Yes,
Hollow.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ray
Park.
Ray Park. 'Cause
I'm gonna cut you in two.
I'm gonna eat that hairy leg. I'm gonna get that Johnny Depp.
I know.
you
I
was.
say that. I know Ray Park could kick my ass.
Oh, Ray
I mean,
Park
I
can
just-
kick
I just
anybody's
so know
ass.
that.
My God, he's the most Scottish badass that's ever happened. Ever.
He is, but he's a little sweet.
Oh,
he talk like that.
he's our sweetheart.
Yeah.
We love you, Ray Park. We
Ray
hope you're
Park's
listening.
awesome. Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
We're huge fans.
I like
We're
Darth
huge
Maul.
fans. Yes.
Yeah, Darth Maul was the only good thing in that whole fucking movie.
And people get cut in half wherever Darth Maul goes.
Where are
Casper
the
Van
goddamn
Dien.
bullets?
Where are the goddamn bullets?
Yeah.
That was the name
does.
of my country album.
So
actually.
Nice.
yeah, there's
Very
a
Where are
country
the
song
goddamn
out there.
bullets?
So gentlemen,
That's not going to work.
gentlemen. How
Just break the drawer.
so you're
It's
descri-
way easier just to break the drawer.
You're describing something they possibly aren't seeing. So what's happening,
yes.
hindsighters, is that
Oh, she's trying to get her drawers open.
Phrasing. Alice
That's what she's trying to do.
Alice found a gun, but she did not find ammo.
Yes.
So now she is bluffing, and then she wimps out.
Yeah.
And just throws the gun at her. Here, take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of giving her a nice little butt stroke to the forehead.
Yeah.
Crack. End of
You
story.
know, you can do a lot of damage with a
Phrasing.
Yeah,
rifle. You know,
yeah.
yeah, butt stroke.
Let me stroke your buttocks.
Butt stroke to the forehead.
Quick, butt stroker.
Yes.
If I had become a stripper
With the gun.
Butt stroke.
that would be my signature.
mean,
move. That would be my big joke.
Hit her in the
I'll let it up
head.
and one over, you simple bitch. But
And I love that she throws her under the table that has a mattress underneath it.
yeah, it's so
No.
convenient.
Oh, right in the balls.
Oh, and then punches her. Yes. She even hits her with a frying pan.
I know.
That's
She
misogynist.
goes full OJ.
And that almost takes her out.
Yeah.
Almost.
goes full OJ, smacks her with a frying pan. She burns her hand on the stove.
Steps in a bear trap.
Falls in the water because there's a lake right there.
Yeah.
And then
There
J.
you
Michael
go.
Vincent flies his helicopter in and just hoses her down.
Meanwhile, Jaguar comes in and slits her throat.
That's why you don't go to couples counseling. The real ending of the movie, though,
Okay.
is not okay. Obviously, the killer gets killed. The head is
He
removed
gets
from the
chopped
shoulders.
off. Yes. Yes.
But then we see what I think is the most fun part of the entire movie, which is our heroine
Yes.
and the actress who's in charge.
Uh-huh.
My heroine is actually right over here.
Yeah. Do you need to shoot up, by the way?
I wish, yeah.
You didn't
Little
do that
bubble.
when
If
we
I
were
had
off
Kermit
camera.
here, I'd use Kermit's legs to tie off.
Did you watch that special? Kermit, I am so fucked up. Can I use your leg to tie off my arm?
I've got hepatitis. I'm gonna die.
Aw, Janice.
That was a different.
Don't worry about it,
Yeah.
hindsighters. It's
Anyway.
an inside joke.
Once the heroine has dispatched the killer, she ends up in the middle of Crystal Lake on a canoe.
Canoe, a dry canoe after hours and hours of
Yes,
rain.
yes.
It's amazing.
It was a magical canoe.
Is that what you? You know what? Never mind.
It's
A dry
magical
canoe?
It was a.
It sounds painful.
the
I don't know
boat-
what it would mean, but
I was gonna go
Sorry.
for a phrasing joke.
sorry.
It was a
Don't worry about
boat
it.
that belonged to a goofy old witch who had in mind a flute,
goofy old bruja.
flute to snitch.
So, our
You know
heroine
what I mean.
ends up
Yes.
on the middle of Crystal Lake in a canoe, and the police show up, and they're
Waving.
They're waving, and I like, there's no audio. You can't really hear the cops, yelling at her. And then Jason Voorhees
Comes up out of the water, grabs her and pulls her
Yeah.
in. It was a jump scare.
It was a jump scare, and it was a ripoff, and they admitted it. It was a ripoff of Carrie with the hand coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
You know, and that was a ripoff of the
Glass
Deliverance.
shatters.
Like,
Yeah.
I was going to say banjos.
wow.
No, because in Deliverance, they basically did the same thing. Brian De Palma did the same thing with somebody jumping out of the water. And
Oh,
grabbing
right. Yeah.
But that's the only actual shot that you get of Jason Voorhees, who will be the star of the next 9 movies.
Yeah.
And that says something though about the singular moment that really sticks with you in any horror movie.
Yeah.
It's Jason becomes the star when he only appears for less than a millisecond.
I think it's almost fair to say that Friday the 13th Part 2 is really the first movie in the franchise. This is
That's
actually
what people flooded the theaters for. Yeah.
well, this is actually like a prequel that they made first,
Right.
because it really is a prequel to. It's like, why is Jason like this? Why does where's all this stuff coming from? Oh, well, here's this movie about the origin.
Let's put Christian Kevin Bacon Slater in this movie and
But-
make people care about the
Yeah.
characters.
And what does she say when she wakes up in the hospital? And she says, "Is everybody else dead?" And the cop says, "Yeah, everybody else is dead. We thought you were dead too. Lucky we got you." And she says, "Where's the little boy?" And they're like, "What little boy?"
Yeah. Laying the groundwork
And she says, "Oh, I guess that means he's still out there."
Yep.
And there you go.
for the sequel.
And I actually, it's funny because I felt like there was going to be a jump scare even after that.
Oh, it sets
But
it
then
up
it
like
doesn't.
that. Yeah.
But then it actually just like they close with the shot of the lake. And I've seen the movie 1,000 times, and even still I watch it expecting that last shot to see a hand come out of the water or something. There's nothing.
Well,
It just shows the lake and then fades out, credits.
Yep.
I just see Georgie's raincoat and I know he's going to get his little arm ripped off.
Yeah.
Poor Georgie.
Stupid ass.
There's Jason down here in the sewer.
But I did jump at the end, even though I
Oh,
knew
yeah.
it was coming. I
Oh,
knew
yeah.
it was coming. And my son even joined me. And he's
Yeah.
like, we both jumped. Whoa.
Yeah.
And he gave me the whole history of Jason Voorhees and everything.
Nice.
He knows it all.
Nice.
High danger.
Well, and that's like Friday the 13th. I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Also, you have the same finale jump scare that has
Mm-hmm.
basically rendered people of our generation totally immune. I mean, because I can smell a jump scare coming a mile away.
Well, that's really funny that you say that because when I went to go see one of the Final Destination movies, which is literally all jump scares, that's the whole concept of every single movie.
That's the entire movie.
My dad is so suspect to jump scares, which is hilarious considering he lived through all of these movies when they were made.
But he wasn't a kid, though.
No, he wasn't. So that's the difference. Is that I went to go see Final Destination with him, and he's big and like he literally jumps during a jump scare. He leaps out of his seat, and I was like, Dad, you gotta calm down. It's okay. These kids are just being hit by trucks and being electrocuted. It's not a big deal. But
I think we mentioned it on a previous episode. The Harrison Ford, Michelle Pfeiffer,
What Lies Beneath.
What Lies
Yeah.
Beneath.
Yes.
It has the jump scare.
the
that
jump
got
scariest
me
jump scare. Yeah.
because it's literally a jump scare that it's almost unmotivated. It's just Michelle Pfeiffer walking through the house.
Yeah, it's not when you expect it.
And then the stereo just turns on and it's playing music really, really loud.
Well,
and,
that's
and that to this day, I have to. I'm like, okay,
Brace for collision.
Get ready.
Well, that gets me because, and this might be a thing that other hindsighters have experienced. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm sleeping, sometimes I'll hear a very loud sound that jolts me awake, like the static of television.
Yeah.
Or, like a stereo turning up really high, really quickly.
Wait, is the sound? Is it there?
No,
is it-
it's
it's
just
just
in my head.
imagining it, yeah.
It jolts me awake.
that's
and
like exploding head syndrome. Look it
Oh,
up.
no.
No, that's a real thing. People have this.
No, I believe you. I just, I
Yeah.
don't want to hear that.
Exploding head syndrome is
Oh, no.
whenever people have that, but it's literally the bang or the noise is centered inside of them, and they feel like their head is exploding.
Well, I never feel like my head is exploding. I just jump awake. So hopefully it's not the same.
I jump
thing.
up, and get
Get
down.
down. Jump.
So
Anyway,
I
so-
think
there was a movie that we talked about, and I think we pretty much covered it.
I think we have, actually.
Yeah.
There's not much else to this movie.
There's
Canoe.
only one more thing I want to comment on.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how many people? 10 people were mutilated here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one decapitated. She ends up in a hospital bed. The police officer probably mopped up the scene, comes over, and she said, "Are they all dead?" He's like, "Yeah."
Oh, yeah, they're all dead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's
Oh,
blood on
yeah.
the floor. Mop it
Yeah.
up.
No big deal.
Oh, you should have seen it. It was a real mess.
And
No.
murders must have been easy to get away with before DNA was a thing.
No, Alex, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Oh, I
Because this
I
would've
like
been-
that bird, though.
This would have been about John Mulaney's timeline because we didn't start using DNA for evidence until the 80s. So
That's right.
That's literally the police show up and they're like, "Oh, there's a pool of blood over there. Gross. Mop it up."
Mop it up. Clean it up.
Oh, God.
Well, this was a simpler era when a young woman would be in a.
When Madonna would still,
Yeah.
drop by Total Request
Get ready for the
Live.
jump scare.
Oh,
here
we
it comes
go. Here we
before
go.
we sign
oh,
off.
it's so great.
I'm gonna
Look at-
Scooby Doo jump into your arm.
and-
Hold
and
on.
You're relaxed because the cops are there.
You
right?
are, and everything's fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
And the thing is, they didn't really establish that that there was anything wrong with Jason.
no.
No,
you
he's
know?
just a little boy that
He was just a
that
little boy
died.
that died, and they don't establish that he was a ghost or anything like that.
Why are you dipping your hand in the water?
Oh, he's all rotted. Oh, that-
He-
oof,
I will say
cringed
this.
a little bit at
Yeah.
that.
He looks like he got eaten by a shark more than the guy in Jaws 3D did.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
tell
Yeah.
you. And he's,
Oh, yeah.
and he's
Yeah,
dead in a lake.
absolutely. But you know what? I still love the movie. I love it. I love the movie. It works. It's
Well, it's a little bit like
charming in a way.
it's a little like Phantasm because the victim ultimately wakes up and it's like, "Oh, Dorothy, you're back from,
yeah, but the difference is though in Phantasm, when he woke up, the tall man was still there.
That's true.
In this one,
But what I'm saying is that like everybody's still dead and it's still horrible, but she wakes up at the end and she's just like, "Oh, this was horrible," and they're like, "Yeah, everybody's still dead."
oh, man.
Yeah, I know. Like here it is. She's going to ask the question, right? You folks are on the way up.
Well, and also hospitals were better because the
Anyone
nurses,
else
the
alive? Here
nurses-
it is.
Yeah, the nurses were cuter.
No, are they all dead? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, no, two of my men pulled you out of the lake. We thought you were dead too. Sure
Yeah.
is good you weren't though. Anyway,
It's crazy how
Anyway, I got to
Jason,
go get lunch.
yeah.
Well, it's,
So I'm gonna take off.
it's funny how Jason has such a a kill zone. Like he kills everybody so efficiently, so quickly, but with her, no. He pulls her into the water, but that's all he does to her.
Well, there's a sort of mythos that
Oh, do
Jason
tell.
Voorhees, his spirit wasn't really not at rest. I don't know what that word would be.
In purgatory kind of thing?
But when she killed Jason's mom, that was the inciting incident, and so it was like she was. That's why she's the first person that he kills in the next movie. And then it's like she has unleashed Jason
the beast.
Voorhees.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It's all
that-
her
that
fault.
Voorhees-
She deserves a stalker.
As long as mom was still killing people.
You-
Don't touch my stash.
I didn't.
Thank you. Went down to my private area there. Okay, it's back on. Continue.
Don't you ever put that thing on me again. That's what she said.
Yes.
Anyway.
Don't lay that thing on me again.
That is not what I said. Anyway, so the
I
mother.
give it a 6 out of 10
okay on Alpha Seinfeld.
on Alpha Seinfeld
Gotcha.
because I liked the movie. It was very scary when I was a kid.
Sure.
It's not scary now to me anymore, but it's like it went down.
Kevin Bacon as
You know,
Jack.
It lost some things, some of the childhood glow.
Oh,
you know,
sure.
but it picked up some things. Like I like things about it that I didn't appreciate whenever I was a kid.
Absolutely. The whole point of our podcast.
Yeah, and so it's like it sort of balances out, but on balance, it got a little better. So I'm gonna give it a 6.
All right. I've got to go straight 5 to be perfectly honest, because I once again, this is a movie that I thought I had seen growing up. Maybe Mandela syndrome, whatever, but I think my dad learned when I was at a very early age to just steer me away from scary stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was going to be freaking out and I wouldn't sleep. So if I can be scared by Ace Ventura, literally anything can scare me. So I never watched this movie before, not all the way through.
Yeah.
I might have caught it in snippets here on TBS growing up or whatever network was showing it, but straight 5 for me. So
Okay.
how about you, Mr.
I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7 because sharing it with you two made it that much better.
Yeah.
I
I can go with that. I can go with
we
that.
keep him around.
Yeah,
That's
I can go with that.
like-
I mean, look,
You're
it's
in the introduction.
yeah.
Can't get rid of me now.
We already pay for that. I'm not,
The guys
we
in the
can't- we
Philippines,
can't-
you're
we-
not gonna
yeah,
find
We
them
can't
again.
afford to get him to do another one.
No, we've literally maxed out our budget.
Oh, the town was actually the real town was Blairstown.
I did not know
Oh.
that.
Because in the diner is called the Blairstown Diner.
Yes.
Oh, that's neat. They actually that was
Speaking of
that
which,
was nice.
Blair Kermans, come on our show, please and thank you. I'll talk to you later. But yeah,
Oh, but
so-
also ownership of this motion picture is protected by copyright and other applicable laws. And any unauthorized duplication
Anyway.
distribution could result in criminal prosecution.
Mr. Brown,
That's what stuff that.
Yes.
why did you give it the grade that you did? Let him finish his thought.
Oh, I did. I just said that watching it this time, I was a little scared. I had to turn down the volume at times.
Yes.
The girls are a lot younger than I remember.
That
That's
happens.
the thing about
That
high
happens.
school girls.
They were older women when I first saw this film. Now they're young chippies.
Chippy.
Young chippies. And learning more about Betsy Palmer just made it a little bit, gave it more depth.
Learning about I
Gave it
agree.
more depth.
Everybody wants more depth. Anyway,
Yes.
for
Well, our time is up.
Yes.
So Darth, why don't you bring us home?
I shall. So
And then we'll do it again and I'll record it.
yeah, and we'll do a better.
Oh, what's this
episode
button?
later.
Oh, I forgot the record button. Let's start all over.
So anyway, hindsighters, thank you for joining us for your drive time, your listening time, your any kind of time. We don't really care. We're just glad that you're here with us from Australia, France, or Japan. We're excited to have you here. Thank you for joining us. This has been Darth, Jason, and Mr. B, who's actually part of the introduction now. Get excited. He doesn't believe us. He thinks we're going to run off and play without him. Anyway, we enjoy all of you tuning in to us. Thank you, and join us at hindsight.show if you want an awesome shirt like Darth Jader's. Clutch my pearls. This has been Hindsight, and good night.